Man, please. He owns it. He claims it. There's no need to prove it.
It's okay. You'll come back tomorrow.
I tried digging up a bush yesterday. Big mistake. I saw a guy on TV yesterday. I swear he drew his beard on with a dull Sharpie.
Start spreading the news. Yeah.
Can a brother get a sandwich up in here or something? The cops and the firemen were kicking each other's butts.
Man, please.
Man, please.
Man, please.
Man, please. Can we get on with it?
All right. Good day, everybody. You're listening to the Man Please Show. I'm your host, Trog. Glad to be here today. It's April 20th, 2015. It's a nice day out. It's a spring day. Getting a lot of rain this spring. I like it a lot. Yeah, I do. Hey, we got a good show for you today. I got a good show for you today. It's going to be about encouragement. I think nowadays it's kind of a novice idea, encouragement. Or maybe it's more prominent now than it used to be. I don't know. I know when I was a kid, I didn't get a lot of it. But I have, in my life, learned the value of encouragement, of the value of being encouraged. I find myself surrounding myself with encouraging people. You know, people that are honest, but are still encouraging. It means so much to me. It's why I'm still doing the Man Please Show, because of encouragement from others, encouragement from my wife, encouragement from a good friend, Roy. Because this is, I think I've made it clear, this is what I would love to do for the rest of my life. And I'd like to get paid for it. Because I'm close, but I'm not ready to retire yet. But I like doing it, and I think I have an ability, and it's through the encouragement of others that I have maintained and pushed through my own discouragement, my own feelings of inadequacy. So, encouragement has great value, and I want to talk about that, which I've already started, haven't I? I said here, and a lot of my shows come from conversations I have with my wife, mainly, but with my friends. I have good conversations on a deeper level than just, hey, it's a nice day today. Is it raining? Hey, the fruit looks good on the trees. Blah. On more of a humanistic level. I know a lot of other people do that too. I encourage that. That's important, and also has great value. But it's in my conversations with my wife, we were talking about encouragement, and encouragement is something that I have found myself doing more and more and more. The older I get, the more I feel compelled to encourage. And I struggle, I'll be honest with you, I struggle sometimes with, I can be a little moody. So I'm not always encouraging. Sometimes if I'm not in a particular good mood, I don't dish out a lot of encouragement. But I'm working on that. But when when I'm not feeling like that, because after all, I am human, I do enjoy encouraging others because I have personally experienced encouragement in my life, in various times of my life. And each time that I experienced real encouragement on a consistent level from a person in my life, I experienced amazing growth, personal growth. And so, as I've gotten older, I think back on those things and I start to remember the commonality of those periods of growth, because those periods brought me great joy. I love to grow. I love to overcome. And believe me, I have had a lot to overcome. And I love it. I feel victorious. And I am, in a real sense. And, I look back, at the times that I experienced the most growth. And it came hand in hand with somebody in my life that was encouraging me. That's where I'm drawing all of my personal opinions, and that's all this is, are drawn from my personal experience. This has worked for me. So, I like to share those kind of things because, it helps. When you learn things about life that can move you forward, why not learn it and then share it with somebody else, pass it on? And so, I was talking with my wife about encouragement, and she's like, well, you need to do a show about that. And I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Because I do have some things to say about it. Like, I wrote there's two types of encouragement, by the way. There's your run-of-the-mill encouragement, which is not run-of-the-mill, by the way. And then there's a thing called negative encouragement. And two different things. They share encouragement, but that's all they share. So I wrote some encouragement promotes, and then negative encouragement promotes. I wrote some things down. Encouragement promotes good self-esteem, I think. When somebody... I'll give you an example. I've got a person in my life that shared something with me, just out of frustration. It's like, I got to tell somebody. And he was having trouble with his sons. He has one teenage son and probably two teenage, one younger teenage, one older teenage sons. And they're getting out of control, as teenagers tend to do. And they're not doing the things that he's requesting of them or telling them, hey, do these things. Instead, they were playing their video games, and they wouldn't stop. And they would be disrespectful and holler at him and tell him to go mind his own business. That's my way of putting it. And he was like, I feel like such a bad father, because they're disrespecting me and I don't know what to do, He doesn't want to go beat them up or nothing like that. I mean, good Lord. So, he just doesn't, he felt unempowered And that's what he basically was confessing to me, that he felt that these two teenage boys has stripped his power from him. That's very emasculating. And he was confessing that to me. I think just out of frustration. And I felt compassion for him. And I felt this man needs some encouragement. And I have had teenagers. I had one son and two daughters. So, I understand, a teenager's going to do whatever they're allowed to do. Right? Whatever the extremes are, they're going to push them. That's just what it is to be a teenager. And so, he revealed a vulnerability about himself to me. That's risky, man, because if somebody exercised negative encouragement to him at this moment, oh my gosh, you know what kind of damage that would have done? I don't know. But I know that would have messed with his head. But I felt led to just, because I understood that he revealed to me a vulnerability. And so I wanted to let him know, hey, you know what? I identify with you. And I'm going to show you one of my vulnerabilities. I had similar issues. I had teenagers too, and I had issues of self-control or, how far, just trying to figure it out. It's not easy figuring it out. But I told him, I said, and so by sharing with him, hey, I struggled too. I didn't know what the answer was. I tended to go maybe on the extreme side and getting really mad, yelling. That don't work. You know what? That's just frustration. Being shot out of a volcano. But all it does is shower down molten lava on its victims. It doesn't help anything. And I had to learn that. And so I showed him, hey, I identify with you. I know what you're experiencing. And next, I encouraged him by saying, you know what? I think I know maybe what might help you. Place your demands on them, as is your right as their parents, their father. And if they don't abide by what you say, take the game away from them, man. Just take it. And then, they're going to get mad. I said, but keep your cool. And I said, you'll be able to take back control that way. And he kind of, nice. And he kind of took it as really good advice. It made him feel more like he didn't have to feel emasculated. He just didn't have the answer. That's all. He's still the man. You're still the man. So anyway, I encouraged him. I made him feel like he's still the man of the house.